Jambo, my name is Bonventure and this is Moving Pictures Kenya. Today I want to tell you where to get traditional vegetables. This is Kunde. Being away from your country, you always desire to eat something from home. Anytime I want to travel to Kenya, there is a lady I always call and tell her that I'm coming in this period of time, or I'm coming after this number of days. Please prepare some vegetables for me. The good thing with these vegetables is that she grows them organically. On her farm, she does dairy farming, she has poultry, and she also does goat farming, the dairy goats. So from the droppings of the goats and droppings from the chicken, she normally uses them to plant these traditional vegetables, and they are very nutritious. Franco,
yes,
bring for me those vegetables from the fridge. So I want to show you some of the vegetables I get from Kenya, and then you can tell. Let me put them here so that I show you one by one. So what she does, she plants these vegetables organically and uses organic manure from the goats to ensure that the vegetables are very nutritious. And once she harvests from the farm, she will dry them in the sun. So the vegetables will come here when they are dry. So like for example, if you tell her to prepare vegetables for you when it's raining, then she will not be able to prepare them because there is no sun to dry. Now let me show you. So this is Kunde. As you can see and as you can feel, this is dry. So when you want to cook, you just pick a pinch like this, then you mix with whatever you want, and then you just, first of all you'll soak, then after you soak, you boil, and then now you can cook it the way you want. And for me, the way I normally do it is in order to save on energy, I'll boil enough for a long period of time. Then after boiling, I'll just put them in Ziploc bags. Then from there, like in quantities that are enough for a meal. Then from there, I'll be using it kidogo kidogo. So this is Kunde. And then this one, when I look at it, it looks like murenda. She hasn't indicated the name that this is murenda. And then this one here is, she hasn't indicated, but this is mito. This one again, she hasn't indicated, but this looks like murenda. And you see, she told me like this one here, because at the time I was buying, there were no vegetables. So she told me like this pack was like, is like maybe 500 shillings. But it doesn't matter because we'll be paying her in dollars, and this is very nutritious. It doesn't matter the cost in Kenya shillings. So here, then let me show you these others. This is, so you see, she's written on Miro. You can be able to read Miro or Mito. So this is Mito. And when you don't Mito, if you take like a portion like this one, this is you can eat for 2 days after you boil. So that is Mito. And then there is this one. Again, I told you, she writes her name. So this is Managu. Managu. So it's here. And then you see it's dried and compact. So this one I'll eat it for the next 1 year. Has 2 inside. This is Tsisaka. If you check, this is the traditional ones from the farm. So once you just boil, it is a very good meal. And then this is, you can see she's written the name, Libokoyi. Libokoyi is amaranth leaves. Again, this is dried, but all you'll need to do is to boil soak first of all and then boil, and it will be a very good meal. So funge here. This is cowpeas leaves. This is kunde. So you see again it's dry, and this one, when you just take a small piece, you soak, you boil, and then you cook it the way you want. Yeah, sometimes people may want to know where to get the traditional salt used to prepare this. So if you're not able to get traditional salt and you want them to be soft, you can mix them with spinach. You'll find, surprisingly, you'll find that they are soft. But for me, nakuanga nimejipanga. When I come with even my own traditional salt. So like here, this is my traditional salt. Again, I came with it all the way from Kenya. So when I'm now cooking this, I just use a bit of this, and the vegetables will be soft. But again, you may need not to do all that hassle, because when you come here in the USA, there is one of our mothers. Her name is Janet Zintambila. She is in Illinois. Janet also grows these vegetables. She can be able to supply them to you. Again, she also burns the munyu musharaka, which she can also supply for you. I know you're wondering whether there is munyu musharaka in the US, but truthfully, Janet does that, and she does it very well. So wacha tuweke hii. So let me show you briefly. Like today, I think my people should be able to eat some traditional vegetables. So let me show you. I can take a bit of kunde just to soak. So I'll put it here. Now, because kunde goes very well with the Mitaa, let me look for Mitaa here. I think I've seen Mitaa somewhere. Since kunde goes very well with Mitaa, I will, this is mero. So I'll take a bit of it and mix. Just a bit, because these are rare things. So I'll mix like that. Then I'll soak for some time. So let me. So I'll mix like that. See, because it was dry, it's still taking a lot of water. So once you soak like that, you soak them for some time and then now boil. Yeah, so that is how you soak. Then once you soak like that, you will cook them, and it will be a good meal. I know many of you want to know how to cook these traditional vegetables, but next time I'll make a video. I'll ask my daughter to show you how to cook these traditional vegetables, then I'll make a video for you. But for now, when I was in Kenya, I decided to visit Mama Joyce just to see her farm. So, from her farm, this is the video I made. Jambo, greetings from Pennsylvania. My name is Bonventure, and this is Moving Pictures Kenya. Many people think that you require a huge piece of land to be able to practice farming. But today, I want to take you to the farm in Kenya where I get my vegetables. The farm itself is less than an acre, but the owner of the farm does a lot from this farm. She does dairy farming, she has got the dairy goats, she has vegetables. So here is her story, and this is her farm. Her name is Joyce Ganira.
Now we want to look at the droppings, which we also use as manure after they are dried off. The structure is put on a higher, it's elevated so that the droppings drop down. You can see now, like these ones are, this is already manure. This is already manure. You see? And it's dry. So from here it goes to the shamba straight away if the shamba is already prepared. If not, you can just wait until the shamba is prepared and then you take them to the shamba. 2 tons, 3 tons, depending on how long have you left the droppings without removing them. And then that is how we make our manure. This is also manure, which is already, you see, it's already, this is a mixture of droppings and dung. So this is already ready for use. When we prepare our lands, then we can take the manure in the shamba.
So I know there are people who have also some farming practices, maybe even in the US or even in Kenya. If somebody wanted to collaborate with you or to collaborate with your NGO, what would be your message to them?
I've not gotten that question clear.
So, like for example, if somebody wants to sponsor you or to work with you, because what you are doing is very important for the community, what can you tell people who want to partner with you in such projects?
They are welcome. We can work together. We are wishing to have some development partners. So if they can come, we work together and we give the community more information and even give the outside countries, we can also give them the information so that they see us small scale farmers in the rural, how do we feed our families? Because it's from the shamba to table. Can even partner with us so that we do value addition. So that we can do value addition. How do we get the yogurt from milk? How do we get banana chips from bananas? How do we get to import vegetables planted from manure, not fertilizer? Or manure is the same fertilizer. It's already ready for use. Now when we want to use it, we'll remove the top cover. It's just to cover it so that we don't lose we don't use the nutrients. So when we want to use it now we'll remove these ones to start elsewhere and we get the ready one, like this one which is ready. And the other one is still raw, so we cannot use the raw one. This one is already ready. Like this one can go for about you see, like that one there is about 500 Kenya shillings. So right there I have 1,000 shillings. If I can start counting from the from the stem. And all this is from manure. Now here we have 2 types of bananas. This Cavendish is only for ripened banana. Those are fruits. But we have it's not on. Maybe you'll see the other side. Those ones you can cook. You can eat them cooked or fried as chips, or you can also eat it as a fruit, a banana, a ripened one. So, but these ones here, this Cavendish is just for fruits. Maybe if we can move the other side, you can see the one that can be cooked at the same time. The drought finished, and drained the stem, so they fall and break. That is the challenge we are having during drought. Otherwise, you can see these ones. And it fell down before it got ready. Yeah. Otherwise, these ones you can cook. Use as a fruit in a ripened one or a ripe one, or boil and make chips. Yeah, so, or you can also sell, because during the rainy season, these bananas are very big. Yeah, you cannot carry alone. It's almost double, but this is because of drought. Yeah. But now the rains, you can see the signs of rain, so I'm very sure that we'll pick. And this sugar cane is just to hold the water so that it cannot, the soil should not be carried to the riverside. Yeah. So as we eat the sugar cane, at the same time, it prevents soil erosion. That's why there is that drainage here. Is it a drainage, or how do I call it? Mutaro. So we put it there to avoid. Now you can even see how we are transferring manure to the farm, if we can move. Yeah. And all this is just, we are doing it to demonstrate to our clients so that we forget about malnutrition in our village. We want a healthy community which is self-sustainable, whereby the little you have, use the little, the small piece of land you have. Because you see, like this one of mine is less than an acre, but at least I have sugarcane, I have banana, I have goats, so I can keep going. I don't wait for 10 acres. Now, this is how we are transferring manure to the farm. This is droppings goat, and here we have droppings from poultry. Because you see, this is now droppings from poultry. Hii hapa hii. Masiomala. So this is what we use to plant vegetables. This is my small demonstration farm, and I also feed from here. As you see, the drought was so that they dried off. Yeah. So you see, if I can have a development partner to help me get a water pump, I can sink a borehole, and then I do the farming so that I can still have vegetables even during drought. So you see, these ones couldn't survive the drought. But the murere tried. I don't know how we call murere in Kizungu, in English, but tried to fight with the sun, the sunshine. Then we have Managu. This is Managu, but you can see from the sunshine, it was so harsh that they didn't come up. And this is miro. So, and we have some sukuma wasuko chini. I planted this for the dairy. This is the feed for dairy goat. I have some napier here, and there is also napier there. So even cows feed on this. I have some pumpkins. Pumpkin here is used, the pumpkin leaves are vegetables very rich in iron, and this dark pumpkin is rich in vitamin A. So we have some up there. And then we have kales. This kales has taken us through the drought. Because you come here in the morning, at least you can get something for the family. And this morning I sold some 200 shillings because it is, you come in the morning, they are flowering. You can get some vegetables from this. So we do it in when we finish here, we'll move the other side as these ones come again. So like that. But we carry the manure and pour. You can see as we have put the manure so that they keep going. And these ones you plant the suckers. This one we just plant the suckers. Like during rain season, we'll have to change. We'll get the suckers like this one, and then you transplant and get the old ones out, and they keep going. Now we have another pumpkin here. This one is a white one. This one is also rich in vitamin C and carbohydrate. They are small like this because of drought. Yeah. Then we have, we call it what in English? Yes, amaranthum. We try to put in small portions because it's sort of demonstration. So that when a client comes, you want to teach. If a client has a plot like here, just where we are, can have any kales, can have this, can have pumpkins, just on the same, and they can also keep goats on the same small piece of land like this one. From sugarcane, it's a feed to goats and cows. Yeah. So that, and we have Napier, the other piece there. But usually I like showing this one so that, because this is now the demonstration land. You see now here we are getting the seeds, and the other side we have those that are ready for, now these ones I can harvest. I can harvest this, and then I replant the seed for the next use. Now as small-scale farmers, we still have to, we plant just along like this, like you see, like this one is a feed for dairy and even cows. So after looking for those other ones, you mix with this, and then they are fed on. They are fed on. So you see, this is Kayandra, yes. And strawberry. And strawberry. Even this one, it's also a part of the feed, but I don't know how we call them. We have the local name, but the agricultural name I don't know. So when you take, even you see this is a vine. I talked of vines. Vines, eh? Yeah. Sweet potato vine. Sweet potato vine. So already this one is a very good mixture for dairy goat and even a cow. That's why they are here. So you might think that it's just shrubs, but to me they are very important. Yes.
That you are utilizing
The
available space.
The available space, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And why? I want to train my village mates so that you don't just sit back and say, I don't have. No. At least do something to keep you going. If somebody is giving you something, it's just to add on the little you've gotten. Otherwise, you just don't talk of, I don't have. Okay. Now, as I said, this is a demonstration farm. Maybe if you have time, I can also show you the poultry farm. Now, part of the farm, you can come. Mama Ted, tunataka kuingilia huku kwako. This is part of the farm. Here, we put here chicks. For now, we don't have chicks, but there is something I wanted to show you what we use when, maybe if you enter. You are seeing this pot?
yes.
This is what we use when there is no power, so that the chicks remain warm. Mama Ted, ulikuwa umeonana na Bonikwe? Moving pictures. Yes. Now, this is also a demonstration farm for poultry. We have some makanga baranga and kubandu with this proud in yeah. Maybe you can, maybe from here. Ambaru. Ramakanga. And these ones up here are chicks.
This is the small farm that Mama Joyce uses to grow her vegetables. So like here you can see the kales. Here is traditional vegetables called murenda, and here is what is popularly known as khaseveve. Khaseveve is basically pumpkin leaves.